on this tiny little Greek island. Good morning, everyone. Uh, let's see. For some odd reason, I had this video that took 2 days to upload. For some reason, just did not come through. I don't know why. Usually it doesn't take that long. It's only a 17-minute video. And this video is what I was talking about a couple days ago, last week on Friday, when I ran to the city and ran back and not literally running. That would be something. But rushing to the city and rushing back and coming in to paint, and how it was a complete failure, was just a flop, and how I managed to become balanced with the flop that was happening before me live in front of the world, and I finally got that video uploaded. I need to do a few little tweaks, so it will go live today. If anybody out there just needs a little, I don't know, maybe from this story that I'm telling you, this, coming clean and just kind of opening to the failures. It might be helpful to you. I don't know if it will. Let me know if what I do when I come face to face with my failures, if what I do is helpful to you as well. And please let me know. Please let me know what you do when you come face to face with your failures. We all have them. They are imperative to our lives. Without them, we don't get anywhere. And it's just, am I live? Am I here? Did I disappear? Um, it keeps saying that I'm here, that I am live, and that you can hear me. Okay, well, I'll just keep going. Another failure. There it is. I'm failing again. Or rather, my internet connection is failing. So it's not me personally, right? But still, I want to be valid here and available. And, well, that's just part of living on a tiny Greek island. Uh, and I think first and foremost on my thoughts before I get into my studio and actually start doing things is a call out to all of you who are facing this next Hurricane Milton in the States. Please evacuate. Please get out. Please don't play around with this kind of thing. And I am sending you all of my love and, watching in anticipation, not happy anticipation, not at all. So, yeah, I just, please take care of yourselves. Please. And the other thing that I want to just kind of pull together. Yesterday, I did the live, my lemon painting. Woohoo! I pre-recorded it and then we did the live session at the appointed time. And I was able to go through the painting and talk to you, and it was a much better experience. So I think I'm going to do that again today and try to keep on doing it that way, because I have my good lighting is now until about 2 in the afternoon, somewhere around there. And then, well, maybe 3. And then it kind of goes down. But to go live at that time for all of you beauties there in the States, it's really early unless you're on the East Coast. So staying with, I'm going to be doing the next lemon painting today, and I think I'm gonna slice the lemon in half and do, let's take a look at what's going on inside the lemon and still creating form and also playing around and stretching your boundaries. So if you're a beginner and you're following along in this lemon challenge, this 30-day lemon challenge, if you're a beginner, your concentration and everything that you do is strictly on painting form, getting an understanding of how to paint form. It is a great practice for beginners to just focus on lemons, don't worry about anything else, and work through painting that way, just creating the form. How do you put a painting together? That's what this is for you. If you're intermediate advanced artist and you're coming to this lemon challenge, this is your place and time to release your habits and stretch yourself and do things that you don't normally do in your regular painting practice. And the purpose is not to change the way you paint, but to embellish the way that you paint. And the only way to do that is to break free of your standard ideas, your standard everyday habits of what you do when you go in the studio. I put out these paints. I'm using this medium. I'm using these brushes. No, 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 no. This is like getting rid of all of that. It's always flipping it up and down and trying something new. Like, for example, yesterday, this painting up here, I went back to my old way of painting, which was comfortable. Yes, it's comfortable, but I only allowed myself to use one brush, and a pretty big brush, filbert brush, and it's in my jar of linseed oil, but just that brush, and which is difficult when you're getting down to the finer details. I mean, how exactly do you do it? It's a little bit clumsy. It's not as precise and controlled as I can do with a smaller brush. So that's the point of it, right? For me to break out of my usual habits. Another usual habit that I have is that I paint too thinly, because if it's thin, you can really control everything, right? And then, you can control your edges, you can control anything. But when painting alla prima, which is something that I also don't do, you're forced to put it all together in an hour. And I'm giving myself an hour. If I go over 5 minutes, okay. I'm not worried about that, but not taking my 3 days to paint a lemon painting, where it gives time for the paint to dry, the underpainting, the first layer, and going in the second, and then doing the final details, right? This is all in one. So I've got to get the most important parts of a 3-day painting, right, down into 1 hour. And that, my friends, is a great practice. So all of my focus is on lemons. Lemons, 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 lemons. When I first got online, when I first got introduced to painting realistic type paintings, because I started doing, the abstract thing, because, anybody can throw paint on a canvas and it's just self-expression and it's this and that and the other thing. But I wasn't happy with what I was doing. It wasn't something that I felt was, it was just kind of a hodgepodge kind of thing, which I'm not saying that people who are doing this type of artwork is not valid. But for me, I wanted to do contemporary work, and I wanted it to be contemporary work with purpose, with knowledge, with an understanding of how my materials work. and how I can put it together on a canvas, whether that be abstract, contemporary, self-expression, whatever it was. And because I couldn't do it on my own, I thought, well, if I can paint a landscape, if I understand how to put a landscape together, then maybe my contemporary or abstract work will be something. So I moved into the painting landscapes. But when I got into this group, my beautiful, beautiful mentor, Colleen Coban, says, right, she was in this group, and she's like, we're doing 100 lemons, 100 painting lemon challenge. If you can paint 100 lemons by the time you're done, you're going to be pretty set on how to do any other kind of painting. And I was like, that sounds insane. Did I paint 100 lemons? No. I think I got up to about 80 some lemons, but me being the distractible type person, that was an incredibly difficult challenge for me. So that's coming back and doing a 30-day lemon challenge is feasible for those of you out there like me. And you will get an incredible amount of information. Do I still think it's healthy and positive to paint 100 lemons? Absolutely, because if you do paint 100 lemons, seriously, you will be able to paint anything. And that's just a fact. So this 30-day lemon challenge is just kind of get you guys in the flow and getting going. And then from there, we will move into the way I go about painting, which is not the only way to go about painting. It's just one little way of going about painting, but it works for me. It works for me. I like to create a strong foundation first. Like I go back to the idea of, a baby standing up and learning how to walk. They get up, they fall down, they get up, fall down, they move a little bit, they stumble, they fall down, and then suddenly they can run a little bit, right? And then you see the development from that strong foundation. But if you can't stand up and take a step, none of the other things are going to happen. So I kind of come about it that way, giving you this foundation of how to put a painting together, dealing with mixing your colors, creating your composition, the design of the painting, working on your values, and then the atmospheric perspective, final details, and closing the creation that's coming through you, and putting it out in the world in any way possible. Right? Becoming visual, not keeping it to yourself, locked in your little tiny little space. It's important to put that out there and make yourself visible. So those are the things that I go through. And after this 30-day lemon challenge, those of you who are following along and doing this with me may want to come into that next level where we work together, putting all of that together and in play. So yeah, I don't, it's really quite beautiful. It's really quite beautiful. And coming into facing the failures of the painting when I'm trying something new, something that I don't normally do, like painting too thinly and then laying on the paint. And how the heck do you deal with all that paint on the canvas if you have to make any changes? And what are some of the ways to go about it? And, mentally I know, but I really don't have a lot of experience in doing that. So this is really shaking me up. And I love that. I love that. My ego doesn't like it, but I love it. Right? Yeah. If you know what I mean, give me a thumbs up somewhere, like down in the comments. So I'm curious to know how this is all turning out for you. I'll see you all later on today. um, 6 o'clock is a good time. We'll do 6 o'clock p.m. Greek time. So in the States, we're in the morning. And hopefully you can all be there if that's a decent time for you. And yeah, so I'm gonna go about my day, get things ready. I'm working on the video of all these other things, other ways. If you haven't gotten out to buy yourself canvases and you don't want to spend the money on, on canvases because you're a beginner and you just want to do practice little studies, you've got stuff in your house that you can use. And it's really easy. It's very, very, inexpensive, like so inexpensive that you don't even have to think about it. If you can gather a couple of dollars together just to get yourself some gesso. And going through, I'm creating a painting, a video like that for the YouTube channel. So stay tuned for that as well. And I'm off to the races. You guys have a beautiful, beautiful day. Be inspired, be creative, be you. Sending you lots of love. Bye.